Zombies. They can never really seem to stay dead, can they? With each passing year, the zombie subgenre is constantly moving from being in every piece of pop culture and media to being brought up at the dinner table like, "Hey, you remember zombies, right?" Zombies were such a hit in the early 2000s, only for the genre to grow stale and repetitive and slowly die out in the late 2010s. Recently, however, it seems like zombies are slowly making a comeback once again. With recent films like 28 Years Later and its sequel The Bone Temple, as well as video game releases being Dying Light the Beast and their just recently released Resident Evil 9 Requiem, it almost feels like zombies might make their grand return in pop culture, and I am here for it. But with every new piece of zombie media that I see, there are always questions in the back of my mind, questions that sound stupid when you say them out loud, but when you really think about it, are they really that stupid? And when you look at it as a grand, more open question, you start to realize these aren't just questions that I alone have. These are questions that hundreds, if not thousands of people fathom every day. How do zombies work if they're decomposing bodies? Why do zombies eat human flesh? Why are zombies so frickin' awesome? Well, with zombies slowly returning back into pop culture, and my love and scientific curiosity for the undead, I figured it was time to finally make a video covering some of the biggest zombie questions and thoughts a majority of you, the viewers, might have asked yourselves. And who knows, if this video does well, maybe I just might make like a zombie channel or something, you know, like fuck Sonic.exe, right? Like screw that stuff. Zombies for life. Yeah. Is there a possibility that zombies could exist? Yes, but not in the traditional undead zombie that most people are aware of. There is no magical spell to reanimate the dead. There's no glowing green chemical that restarts your deceased body. When you die, you die. No second chances, no second lives, it's game over. However, zombies have slowly shambled, see what I did there, away from being literal undead cannibals into more sick people, if that makes sense. Modern day media has leaned more towards living humans infected with a deadly pathogen that causes zombie-like symptoms, popularized by such medias like 28 Days Later, Resident Evil, and Left 4 Dead. Unlike your stereotypical undead, these zombies are fully living beings. They're just infected with a highly contagious biological agent that alters their brain function, motor skills, and personality, including heightening one's aggression. And that is 100% biologically plausible. Lucky for us, though, we don't have a single virus that does all of that. But we have viruses that can cause each one of those symptoms. Rabies can cause aggression, it can lead to bites, it travels via saliva and bodily fluids and scratches. Measles has been linked to neurological and behavioral complications in rare cases, causing personality shifts within the host, and syphilitis causes brain swelling, which can alter personality and impulse control, leading to more aggressive and violent outbursts. Influenza, one of the most contagious pathogens on Earth, you can add that in there for its airborne spread, and then sprinkle in a little bit of Ebola for excessive bleeding from your guts, adding in just a little more of that whole zombie look. Combine all of these different diseases into one, and you, my friend, have just now created what might be the closest thing to a real-life zombie virus. Good for you. If humanity dies, it's your fault. Fuck you. Another question I'm sure you've all been asking yourselves is, why do zombies eat people? If they're dead, what do they gain from eating? You know, they're dead, they don't require any type of nutrients, not to mention the fact that I've seen literal heads or bodies being cut in half, and yet they still move to humans acting like they want to eat them. But why? They don't have stomachs. In some instances, they don't even have teeth or mouths, and yet they're still compelled to eat. But that's the funny thing. That isn't just a zombie instinct. No, that's in their DNA. That's in our DNA. That's in almost every living thing's DNA. Eating is innate. Innate? Innate? It's instinct. Give a baby a set of keys, it'll go in their mouth. Give a dog a slipper, it chews it up. All living organisms are wired to eat. Not all do it in the same way, but they are all aware of the concept of eating from the instant they are born. A virus can change behavior, 100%, but it works through instinct, not outside of it. If the infection spreads through saliva and blood, the easiest way to transmit it is through biting or scratching. Combine this with the instinct embedded into our genetic coding, and you'll create a mindless idiot that just consumes because they know how to. The infected become compelled to bite, both as a command from the virus to spread its deadly pathogen and as their natural-born instinct. The issue with this, however, is that the method of transmission is not very strategic. Zombies aren't intelligent enough to know that if you eat too much of a human, there won't be anything to infect. Ironically, the only reason outbreaks spread so badly is because some people are able to just outmaneuver or outstrength zombies, so they can just run away. But, unlucky for them though, they probably already received like a scratch or a bite, so by the time they already get away, they're already infected. If every victim was fully eaten, the infection would burn itself out. A zombie virus is a self-destructive infection. Now, one of the most popular questions I've seen go around is, how does humanity fall so easily? We have guns, we have military, we have the government, we have men. We have ways to combat the infected hordes, so why does it always seem like humanity loses when put into these undead scenarios? And the truth is that we as a society, we're born with a superiority complex. And for those obvious reasons. We are the top of the food chain. We're the most intelligent species on Earth, something that no other living thing can live up to. We have built planes, cars, towers, trains, toasters, and so much more. We are the smartest species, and as for that, we seem to underestimate things that don't appear as threats. And the same thing 100% applies to zombies. They're slow, they're dumb. There should be no reason that our military or government would fall to these undead freaks. And yet, they do. Because they underestimate the sheer number zombies have in the human race. You kill one, 2 more follow. You kill 2, 5 more follow, and so on and so forth. We genuinely don't see the infected as a threat, so when they actually start to pose themselves as a threat, we have no way to fight back. And then there's energy and calorie conservation. In a real apocalypse, people will immediately go into rushing panic mode. They run constantly, whether it be from the threat or to reach their destination. They don't ration their food properly. They burn calories, making bad choices and decisions, using blunt weapons unprofessionally. And by the time they actually need to fight back, they're exhausted. Low stamina, low coordination, low morale. In a zombie apocalypse, energy conservation is survival, and humanity collapses not because the zombies outsmart us, but because we are too overconfident in our own success. Whew! That was a lot of zombie talking. I am exhausted, but I can't lie. I had a lot of fun not only writing this, but voicing this stuff out too. I have genuinely been wanting to make such a zombie video since as long as I can remember. I love zombies ever since I was like 7 years old. And recently, I've been in such a big zombie mood these past couple months. So doing this kind of just like calms me down. Because I genuinely needed to like get this stuff out there. Otherwise, I probably would have like blown up or something. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I had fun making it. If you want to see more zombie stuff in the future, why not like and subscribe? Helps me and helps the channel out a ton. And it could also help me decide whether I want to keep doing Sonic.exe stuff or if I wanted to try and go more towards a horror channel. So yeah, this is kind of like my first video doing horror stuff outside of exe content. Bye.